Hey loves, here's a few before and after shots so that you do not freak out by the color at the end. It is intentional, I promise. There will be a part 2 video after this. I didn't want to make this too long. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved my final color result, please keep watching.
Made oil. So we're going to try this one, or this is my home made oil, something just to seal around your edges, and just go around the edges of your hair and your scalp, and this will just protect. To put your gloves on. So next, what we're going to need is you're going to need a bowl. You're going to take your bleach, and you are going to take your scissors. So, and you want your bowl to be a non-metallic bowl because this is a chemical process and you need to make sure that you're doing that. So this is just a small bowl. And what we're going to do is make sure pat all the powder down to the bottom. And then just take your scissors. You're going to take your developer. I really want to make more like a brownie-like consistency. So you're just going to pour some of that in there so you can see about that much. Use this and stir. So, got gloves on, got a t-shirt you don't care about, and then we have our mixture. It's very thick consistency. Is take out this portion of our hair. So I did it in, there is a top half and there's a bottom half. I'm gonna throw and clip the bottom half out of the way. So release the top, and wherever you want to be lightest, you start there because they're going to be processing the longest. So what I'm going to do at this point I am going to start my timer. Okay, so that's how I know when the first portion of my hair has been processed. So we're just going to release these, and as you can see, the color is extremely brassy. So what we want to do, like I said, clip these other ones up and out of the way. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start taking section by section, and then just kind of wipe my brush on the edge. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to start at the roots, but not, you don't want to go all the way to your roots because it's going to swell. The heat is going to make it swell. So I'm going to start, and I apologize, it's when I'm going to start looking at the mirror, a little off from that. And I'm just going to go right to this dye point. So at this point, I'm just going to stop right at just my roots. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of twist that. Clip that out of the way. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, I'm going to be dyeing this. This is not the technique you use and I'm just going to that dye point at this point because my ends are also already very light. So if your hair is one color, then you'd go all the way down all the way. Like I said, not, so I'm starting about a ½ inch from my roots because it's going to swell. Brush that on there. Twist the portion on the roots. Leave them twisted because it'll be easier for yourself later. clip it out of the way. And we're just going to keep doing this around our entire head.
I will be completely honest and say that this process is very difficult to do by yourself, especially if you've never done it before. I would say seek professional help first if you've never done this process, because like I said before, it is a chemical process and you can do some serious damage to your hair, which you do not want to do. I personally have been doing this on my own hair for over 14 years, so I am by no means an expert or professional, but I am an expert at doing it on mine. So with that being said, be very cautious and very careful if you choose to do this process on your own. Get a friend to help you. Watch a lot of YouTube tutorials, not just this one. And if you do not feel 100% confident in what you're doing, like I said, pay the money to have a professional do it. The developer that I mixed with the lightening powder comes in different volumes. The easiest way of remembering it is the lower the number, the least amount of damage. The higher the number, the more amount of damage. And the longer you leave this mixture on your hair, the greater potential for damage to happen to your hair. I personally do not go above a volume 20 developer when just lightening my hair for coloring, and I do not leave it on for more than 30 minutes. This is just a personal choice so that I can keep the damage to a minimum. Wait for it. Yeah, I know, it looks crazy. I promise you, this is completely intentional. I previously had a dark color on there and did not lift the color prior to bleaching. Therefore, the different highlights are going to lift differently in different spots. It's completely fine when you're coloring and going to the same or similar color. It actually will add a little bit of definition and dimension to your hair color. If you'd like to see how I went from this crazy yellow to this beautiful purple unicorn, please watch part 2 of my video on how I did my color.